Last week I shared with you 2 top Twitter tools, try saying that when you've had a few, with regards to helping your business grow with Twitter. And this week I've got some golden nuggets for you, and I've got 5 tips with regards to the new kid on the block, and that's Pinterest. So let's check it out. Hi everyone, my name is Julia Doherty from Green Umbrella Social Media for Business, and it's my job to keep you ahead of the game when it comes to everything to do with social media. And you know what? I love it. Anyway, this week we're going to talk about Pinterest. So Pinterest is now the 3rd biggest social networking site. So you've got Facebook up there number 1, Twitter's number 2, and Pinterest is coming in at the rear, and that's number 3. LinkedIn's number 4, Google Plus is number 5. Google Plus, Anyway, let's not go on about that. I read a few weeks ago that there's actually only 1% between Twitter and Pinterest. So Twitter is it's on the verge of Pinterest becoming the number 2 social networking site. So you can't ignore it. So this week I'm going to give you 5 tips on Pinterest as how to maximise it for your business. Right, tip number 1 is the pin it button. This is the pin it button just here. What happens is when you go onto various different websites, this is the Green Umbrella website, if you click pin it, you can actually pin from your website. So if I'm pinning that to a particular board, if anyone clicks on that image, it will drive traffic back to my website. So that's key. So that's number 1 tip, is to use and install the pin it button. Tip number 2 for you is your Pinterest account a business account, or is it just a person account? It needs to be a business account if you're in business. And the easiest way to do is to go onto business.pinterest.com and click on there and make sure that you've joined as a business. If you have joined as a person, you can log in and then you can convert it into a business account. And this gives you so many more opportunities. You can then get analytics on your site, you can verify the account, and so much more. So if you're in business, tip number 2 is to make sure that you've got a business Pinterest account. Okay, right, tip number 3 is to make sure that every board that you've got has actually got a minimum of at least 5 pins within that board before it goes live. So even if you keep it as a secret board until you've got 5 pins. And I'll show you the reasons why. You can see I've just brought this one up. I just put them randomly at the coffee shop, and this one's come up. I don't know who they are. But it says where we are, and it's only got like 2 pins. You can see how it just doesn't look brilliantly. It's like they've half-heartedly picked some boards. Whereas if you look at someone like Mashable, I know that they're going to have boards that are completely full, and they've got items in every single board before it goes live. Okay, so it looks busy, it looks full, it looks if they really care about their boards, and that's what it's all about. So tip number 3 is to make sure you've got 5 pins in every single board that you've got before it goes live. Back on that side now, just having a bit of fun with the geeks and gadgets within Camtasia. Anyway, what I was going to say, tip number 4 is to make sure that all of your boards within Pinterest have got a description. It's a bit silly because when you create a board, it doesn't actually ask you for that in the instance. You have to go back into it and then make sure you've edited it afterwards. But making sure that your boards have a description not only makes it easier searchable in Pinterest, it's also indexed as well by Google and other search engines. So make sure you go back into your boards and check them out now, just to make sure that you've edited and added a description. The way you do that is if I click on, say, this one, Groovy Sites, and I've got here, if you just look underneath here, you can see that I've got a description. If you click on Edit Board, voila, that's where you put your description. Don't forget to save changes. So that's tip number 4, is to make sure that you've edited your boards and that you've got a description in every single board that you have. Cheers. And my final tip number 5, is to show you how to link your Facebook page, your business page, to your account over on Pinterest. The best app out there's loads of Pinterest apps, but the best one out there is one called Pinvolve. I'm going to quickly show you what Pinvolve is. Here, if you just click on the word where it says Pinvolve, And if you come down, basically you can have dedicated boards. I've got one on my Pinterest account which is called Brilliant Marketing Ideas. So whenever I pin anything into Brilliant Marketing Ideas on Pinterest, it'll appear on my timeline on the business page, which is quite cool. But the other thing that I like doing about Pinvolve is that you can click on a word where it says Facebook, and then any images that I've pinned on my wall. So if I pinned this little dog here who's in a giraffe suit, I've no idea why, I can pin that directly to my Pinterest account from my wall. So Pinvolve is one of the best apps out there. Rather than just showcasing your Pinterest account, make it interactive, and Pinvolve is a great way to do that. So that's tip number 5. Do you know what? I absolutely love Pinterest. It allows you to be creative, gets those creative juices flowing. And I believe that some people are actually trying to use Pinterest in the same way that they're using Twitter. And you know what? It just doesn't work. You can't follow loads of people and expect people to follow you back. On Pinterest, it doesn't work that way. So the best way to get more followers is to actually pin just some awesome content. If you start pinning great content, you'll naturally get those followers. Remember, content is king. Anyway, enough waffle from me. That's me checking out for another week. Remember, hit subscribe down below if you want to get these videos into your inbox every week. That's Julia Doherty from Green Umbrella. Have a cracking week. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.